Well, she's a fighter spirit. I think she's always been fighting for her survival. And I think that she's been, let down by almost everyone from the beginning. And she's been through so many just terrible situations in her life. And it's made her pretty hard and pretty aggressive. And I think that have forced her to build some kind of hard shell around her to protect herself. And for someone who doesn't know her, she just continues to be some cool, very hard, very aggressive young woman full of hate. But inside, I think she's really shaky and in many situations really afraid. And she's always trying to find a way to control life and situations. But I think that everything is survival for her.
I think the most difficult of all of shooting this film was that the time we had to shoot it did not fit with my ambitions for the quality that we had to shoot. And that gave tremendous pressure, I think, on the set and in a way on us. And I simply had to make some very tough decisions that I would just continue shooting, make the days longer, continue shooting past the date that we could shoot. And luckily I had a very...
And the producers were so angry with Niels sometimes because he refused to,
because I don't compromise.
To go there where... No.
I don't compromise, and I can't compromise because I can only make every shot in the quality that I feel is needed. And that's also a confidence, because when I work with Noomi, and Noomi puts everything into her character, she has to trust that I put everything of me into the film, and they'll fight until they carry me out, because it's a question about an alliance, and you have to have that. The actors has to trust that, and I think that the expectations of the film was great in a way. The expectations of the book and for the film, because it gave me extra strength to be a very tough general, you could say, in this war in Sweden.
I think that it's always good to not feel sorry for yourself, because nobody will win on that. And I think it's very common in our world that people are lying home at their sofas eating candy or ice cream and, feeling sorry for themselves and just, they're getting stuck in their whole, just things are just going round and round in the head. If they've been through some hard things, I think that many women begin to punishing themselves and begin to hate themselves instead of taking it out. And I think Lisbeth's way of taking all the bad things that have happened to her out on someone else, I think that's a good thing to do. But I don't think it's good to torture people or to rape people. But I think it's good to react and to find someone to hate instead of beginning to hate yourself. So maybe women should learn to be a bit more, unsentimental and a bit more brutal in their way of putting things out and not let it stay and grow inside. The bad things, of course.
Yes, I could do that. It's a classic drama, nearly a kind of like Agatha Christie kind of classic mystery.
And a love story.
And a very strong love story between Blomqvist and Lisbeth Salander. But it is a plot that has this old family, very rich family, far north in Sweden, freezing cold, with a lot of dark sequence. And Blomqvist is told to try to solve this mystery of a woman who disappeared many, many years ago. And Lisbeth becomes, first he doesn't know about her, but then she becomes his helper and savior in this. And Lisbeth is a very modern character in a classic mystery, very controversial and modern character that infuses, what you could say, a lot of suspense and unpredictableness into something that we recognize as a classic plot. That's why the story is so appealing.
Yeah.